What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Yeah, big announcement this video. Moving forward, this channel will no longer be an exclusively 90-day fiance channel. That's right. Not that it ever was, but it kind of just grew into that part, right?
Well, why, Sauce?
Because it's boring. Straight up. Like, it used to be this really authentic show about finding funky, weird-ass peeps in nowhere USA, and they travel to the obscure places around the globe in search of love.
Oi, bolt dock. Bolt dock.
Whoa, brother, whoa.
Bolt dock. Bolt dock. This 2-day boat journey up the Amazon River is the final hurdle to meeting my girlfriend, Karine.
Yeah, that's not what it is no more. Nowadays, it seems like it's more scripted, more Botox, how to be an influencer, influencer-see scams, type shit, right? Like straight up cheeks, no wipes, straight up dirty ass cheeks.
This is doo-doo, baby.
And I'm just not feeling it, you know? I care about my hygiene.
Doo-doo, baby.
Now, a whole new content shift, a whole new horizon shift is actually a very big obstacle and hurdle for a channel like mine, right? Considering the fact that I've been spanking the algorithm, literally spanking the rhythm, like a sadistic narcissist, for years, training this machine to strictly promote my videos to 90-day fiance fans. Therefore, yeah, shit's gonna be rough a little bit. Views are gonna be rough for a little bit. And I would be lying to you guys if I didn't tell you I wasn't a little bit nervous. I'm not. Alright, maybe a little.
Just a little tiny bit.
Stop the cap.
Now, that's not to say I'm no longer making 90-day fiance videos. Like, I'll still drop here and there, but more so, it's not gonna be the bread and butter of the channel. Now, if you're just a fan of the channel, you know, you just love your boy. Yeah, this should be great news, because you're about to get content like 600-pound life, how to catch a predator with Chris Hansen, cringe-ass IG stories, Love is Blind, Japan edition. Who knows, might just drop a video about Katy Perry and her recent PhD in astrophysics.
You are officially an astronaut. How do you feel?
I feel super connected to love. You never know how much love is inside of you. Courage and worthiness.
What the fuck are you talking about?
It's a 10 out of 10.
And I'm well aware there's a bunch of guys who have been with me since day one, saw me get it out the mud from the animation to the face cam and everything else in between. For that, I want to say I love you guys. Thank you for all the support. You guys are my family.
Salute me, familia. Salute.
So I'm thinking, at the end of this month, I'm gonna do like a little giveaway. 15, 20 items, personal items, things from video equipment, robes I have in stock, anime blanket hoodies, Pokemon plushies, 3D RuneScape party hats, like a whole bunch of cool shit. Now, I don't know the exact details quite yet, but sometime this week, I'm gonna make an announcement, let you guys know. It's gonna be something super simple, like or comment on a video or something.
Salute.
I think that's it for the announcement. Man, that might have been a weird cutoff, but back to what you came for. The Last Resort tell-all finale, part 4, part 5. Let's get right into it.
It turns out this wasn't the only time Josh slid into Sophie's DMs.
Whoa, whoa.
Hey, bad boy here. I'll fix us. I am bad boy. Whoa, sheesh.
Rob, how are you and Josh such good friends when he was throwing fire emojis at your wife?
Like, if you can't handle somebody hitting on your girl, then you shouldn't have an attractive partner.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to disagree with Booty Bandit Rob here.
You don't know what the hell being at the bottom is.
Mr. Sloppy Toppy for some coffee, Robbie.
You don't know what the hell being at the bottom is.
Alright, we'll chill.
You don't know what the hell being at the
But no, just to recap, part 3 left off with Josh and Natalie, and that's pretty much where we picked up. So Sean asked Rob like, hey, I know you and Josh are like best buddies now, bad boys for life, twin flames, best friendo. But how did you feel about Josh here being all up on your wife? At one point, it seemed like every second of the day.
If you can't handle somebody hitting on your girl, then you shouldn't have an attractive partner.
Now that sounded good at first, until you started doing the math, and it really wasn't mathing.
Math ain't mathin'.
So you're telling me, Rob, you're totally cool with best friending some dude, bad boys for life, 2 to 4 weeks after he blatantly disrespected your marriage?
Yeah, but he doesn't owe me anything because I didn't know him.
Guess we're just all cool now. Boy banding, mesh shirts, nip slips left and right.
I ain't gay, but I do gay stuff. Like fucking dudes in the back of my...
And you know what's funny is I heard the third man, Jamal, he was also down bad, deep in Sophie's DM. Like, damn, we got the 90-day fiance Eskimo boys before GTA 6.
Natalie, do you still blame Sophie?
I was mad at her, but I think I'm not with him, we are not dating, and I'm sorry for putting negative impact into your life, if I did.
That sounds very nice, but you're on social media talking about me. A week ago, she's like, Sophie opens her legs, it's a nozzle. So you're being nice to me now, but online you're like, Sophie, deport her.
You know, requesting to deport somebody when you came here the same way, if not shadier, is fucking wild. It's wild. But no, I really didn't learn much from this scene. I mean, it's Natalie. We all know she's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, off the rocks. Not surprised. I guess the one thing I did learn is 99% of all 90 Day Fiance rumors have been generated, produced, and distributed by Natalie herself. And Ari here, she's still in her Delulu power trip, you know, poster kid for the whole delete all men movement. Anyways, she starts to see two women chit-chatting back and forth, and she's like, wait, let me redirect, help Tai Chi this negative ball of energy back over to the men. Yep, let's blame them. Yep. Why?
Cause fuck them, that's why.
If you look at all the guys, these guys, some of them have done really bad stuff. But all these women here were so focused on, oh, you did this to me, and you called me this, and you did that. Why
We
get along?
At me.
Yes,
That's
I
why
understand
I'm
that's
so
wrong.
angry.
No, I know, but I'm making a higher point.
Huh?
The point is that, like,
And you
we
were
could
talking
be...
about my age.
Natalie,
You know how it affects me that I'm 40.
You called me trash, you called me a hooker, you
That's
called
the
me a
point I'm
prostitute.
trying to make.
That's the
You
point.
got me, you touched my husband.
See, Natalie here could have easily failed a whole premeditated attempted murder on Sophie here, and Ari would probably still say some stupid shit like,
No, I know, but I'm making a higher point. Point is that, like, if you look at all the guys...
Stop it. Get some help.
I mean, I don't even know what to say about Ari at this point. Is she a whole gas trip? Anyway, so Shauna intervenes and she informs us that yes, Josh is now dating a new girl, or at least he's talking to a new girl.
Hi guys. How are you? So Jen is Elizabeth's sister.
Surprise, surprise. She's somehow mixed up and included in this 90 Day Fiance universe.
I'm happy for him. She's beautiful. Hopefully it will work out. I'm wishing you luck. I wish you much more than I had with him. Hopefully. I really wish you and him somehow build wonderful life and do not think about me, and I just don't want to remember it. And I wish you the best.
I love this Natalie.
I mean,
thank you. You're so sweet.
Now we could all just sit back and get fooled by this Oscar-worthy, majestic maturity performance by Natalie here, but fortunately your boy's well acquainted with the Natalie playbook by now. And I could bet you a solid 10 macaroonies later that night rumors surface about Jen being a 304 home-wrecking hooker.
You're a hooker. You're a hooker.
And Josh playerishly juggling women like a medieval court jester juggle balls. On steroids.
You're a whore. Low class, low key whore.
I really don't know much about Jen, so I can't roast her up like a rotisserie chicken. But what I will say is I've seen a lot of comments of people saying she gives off mean girl energy, which I don't even know what that means, but I'm assuming has something to do with this.
Like, clearly the guy is not into you. Like, hello. It was never going to be creating a family with Josh and having his kids. I mean, if she didn't know that, she's crazy.
Fatality.
And that pretty much wrapped up the Josh and Natalie segments, which at this point, Natalie, Sophie, Jen, you might as well call this man a 90 Day Fiance groupie.
Low class, low key whore.
Fast forward to Rob and Sophie, Sean was like, you know what will spice this up even more?
Please welcome Sophie's friend, Kay.
So she pops out and Rob's looking miserable, and Sean gets straight to the point, right? Like, hey Kay, how did you feel about seeing Rob and Sophie go through therapy during the show? Now, I don't know what was so hard about that question, but let me show you who didn't get straight to the point.
She's never been in therapy. I've been in therapy my whole life. Therapy is like a really good situation. Like, I didn't know how Rob would take therapy because sometimes he doesn't like to be told he's wrong. Sophie sometimes is bad at taking accountability for her own stuff sometimes, and I was like, it's going to be a very good opportunity for you to be able to hear the things that you need to work on as well. You've never been in it. Like, I've been in therapy my whole life, and so like I told her, I was like, you have to forgive and forgive. If you want to be with Rob, whatever he did to you years ago, you can't bring that up 10 years down the line. Like, that's expired.
Did you want them to make it as a couple?
No.
Look, I'm not here to say therapy don't work or whatnot, but Louise. Kay's out here flexing lifelong therapy like it's a 99 achievement. See, Rob, you got 99 toxicity. Of me, Kayla Ray, yep, 99 therapeutic. Boom. It's wild. See, I knew she went off the rails when even Ari didn't want to co-sign that message. Ari, like that's the woman's right activist in a jar. And she don't even want to fuck with you. She.
Did you want them to make it as a couple?
No.
Huh?
Because y'all are gonna go back into that same
And it
toxic
definitely
pattern.
would be that with a friend like you
That's how
telling
I
her
am.
that that's
I'm
what it
over
was.
the whole villain era. I'm not
This
a bitch.
was me and my wife working on our marriage, so you don't need to
I'm
do
not gonna
anything.
tell my friend that Rob is a good person if he is not. He should be-
Why are you the judge? If you want to come support Sophie, that's great. Support Sophie. You don't need to come up here and
Josh,
talk.
you better shut the up. Please put your little Dumbo ears back. Put your little Dumbo ears back and shut the
Hey, I tell you what, she shut that boy Josh up real quick. Real quick. It was so good. Natalie started glazing her up for no reason. And she shut her up too.
Well, I might not like Sophie, but I think you're cool.
Oh, I don't like that you don't like Sophie because that means I don't like you.
You don't understand. I go hard every day.
And it's crazy because I've never even noticed that. But now that she brought it up.
Please put your little Dumbo ears back.
like I see it. Mr. Dumbo Jumbo looking. You know what? I'ma chill. Yeah. I'm bigger than that. You know? Shut your Lucky Charm leprechaun looking at. God darn it, Becky, it's a little Chinese elf right here. Never seen one of those. Now, obviously, things started to get really heated between Rob and the guys versus Kay and Sophie. And funny enough, the one guy that couldn't get to shut up was Rob. Like, he just kept going. So at one point, Kay and Sophie just decided, hey, we're just gonna play the trump card.
Ooh, Rob, at the end of the day, we all know who the gala is.
If we want to talk about why I really left you.
Lies.
Is a screenshot a lie?
Screenshot of what? Of some random person sending me
I
some?
want to address it, but we can address it.
Now, this is starting to get really annoying in the sense that throughout the whole tell-all, I keep hearing the phrase, Rob is gay, here's the screenshot. Rob is gay, here's the screenshot.
You want to see the pictures? Is a screenshot a lie?
Where the hell are the screenshots? TLC? Sophie? Like, I'm ready to see the gay shit. Pause.
Dudes in the back of my
But no, for real, because everybody and their mama are throwing the word screenshots around loosely, claiming them as facts, and you just never see them. Now, that said, I don't know if the producers started to get really nervous right here, because things are starting to get wild. Like, any further progression of this storyline, and the network might not approve this episode, because Sean kind of awkwardly, immediately shuts it all down, like, okay, it was good to see you, but yeah, you gotta go.
So, obviously, we can tell how much you care about your friend Sophie. We're going to say goodbye to you now.
Thank you,
Goodbye.
Jesus. Oh my God.
Freaking idiot.
About her, she's leaving. It's gone.
Okay.
How many times have you told people to not talk about me?
Ruined my marriage with Rob.
Have you
Rob
ever
probably
told?
knows
Have you
I'm
ever
staying in
told?
my marriage.
No, I'm sick of it.
Chill.
That.
Tell people everything.
You know, I take that back. You know, dogging her lifelong therapy stuff. That actually makes a lot of sense now.
Hand to God.
Now, I don't know if she was just triggered because they escorted her out right before she had a chance to expose Rob. Whatever the case is, at one point it had gotten so bad that everybody just took a lunch break and Sophie ran to the back to check up on her.
He can knock him down.
Stop. Just stop. It's okay.
It's triggering for me because I want to step in and take over.
So it looks like Kay's having a little meltdown right here, but you know, you can never be too sure. Easily could have just been her trying to soak in that extra 15 minutes of fame, you know, grab a little bit more screen time. Why do I say that? I don't know. Some of the stuff that she posted on social media didn't exactly convince me otherwise.
I know this shit. I've seen this before.
And I don't know about you guys, but I saw nothing but saltwater crocodile tears.
Where they at, though?
Now, that's not to say whatever they said about Rob is untrue. Matter of fact, the way Rob responded to those comments afterwards, can't lie, it was a little sus.
Some random had my number and hit me up on some weird and that's exactly what it was to me too. Was weird.
See, these are normal conversations you would have with your boys if you ever got caught doing anything remotely fruity. You know, like eating a banana wrong, you know? Back and forth, great though. As a full-grown man though, that's a whole different story. I mean, I don't even think his boy Josh shared about that story. He looked a little unsure to me.
Some random had my number and hit me up on some weird.
What do you mean by that?
And I'm actually curious why nobody asked Rob how that dude got his number on speed dial to begin with.
So 500 for Jesus Christ, that's cheap. I would charge 1,000.
Sophie, it was $5,000.
$500?
Hey, if you still have the screenshot, go look at it. It's $5,000.
That's how I know it's $500.
I know it was $5,000.
That's how I know it's
It was $5,000.
See, I've been yelling at my screen trying to tell Rob, like, hey, if Sophie don't want to pull up the screenshots, F it. You do it, bro. Pull up them bank statements, Rob. Let them know 5Gs ain't
Nothing to sneeze at.
like they don't call you sloppy toppy Robbie for nothing.
You don't know what the hell's being at the bottom.
Now, the cash argument aside, I could really care less if Rob swings one way or the other. And you already know Sean could care less. Like, she basically served them up the same shabu shabu closing statement.
For Rob and Sophie, things are obviously very, very complicated between you two. And we certainly wish you the best.
Damn it! Same shit, different day.
So after what seemed like an eternity of purgatory, we finally get to Gino and Jasmine. And so Sean asks Gino, hey, after y'all recommitted at the last resort, what happened?
10 days after couples therapy, Jasmine spent the night away from home. I didn't know where she was at. And I kept asking her, I know you're with Matt. And she never responded back like, no, I'm not with him. So I was pretty certain that that's where she was at. And I was pretty pissed, obviously.
So according to Mr. Gino here, 10 days after their recommitment ceremony, Jasmine seemingly spent more than the accredited 2 hours given per encounter.
2 hours per day.
And the whole time you get to see all the dudes like, I freaking told this dude this shit was stupid. Now that 2 hour rule thing was new to me. Like, I don't think we heard about it during the show. And so Sean asked Gino, hey, could you just go ahead and clarify to us what all the rules were?
I want to know, what were the rules of this contract?
Okay, so twice a week, 2 hours per day. She had to share her location with me. If she got too much of an emotional connection, then I could void the contract and cancel.
Was one of the rules of the contract to use protection?
Absolutely.
Must have fell off. Small
It's small enough to get me pregnant.
Yo, holy shit, he dead!
Well,
yeah, Gino, you had that one coming, buddy. Like, this man has no rights to be making piping jokes when his pipes are malfunctioning.
Ta-da!
Like, what's that one saying? The best ability is availability.
Where did you get those?
Online. I've already trialed these, so I know they work.
I don't wanna go to work.
Is your anaconda still an anaconda if it's not doing what an anaconda is supposed to be doing? Probably not. Like, you're basically non-existent. You're just taking up space, making life harder. Do you even understand the agony of trying to find fitted pants with comfort? Probably not. Look at me, you know, personal experience.
Boy, if you don't get—
Anyway, so Sean overheard this convo and she was like, well, Matt's not here to defend himself, so let's bring him out.
Hello, how are you?
So they brought that boy out, and this is how I know him and Jasmine broke a whole bunch of rules. Because Sean was like, well, you overheard Gino over here talking about all these rules and contracts. Like, what did you understand about the rules, Matt?
so Matt, what did you understand were the rules?
They asked me to come into some open relationship. I agreed. She's allowed to like hang out with me or sleep with me like twice a week or something like that.
Huh?
So either he didn't know the rules or he just didn't care. And I'm gonna bet it's the latter. And technically, Jasmine should take more of the blame in this situation because she's more responsible to abide by the rules, and she at least 100% knew the rules but didn't enforce them.
I give you that.
And what really caught me off guard is when I saw Matt in the initial photos, I thought he was gonna come off a lot more mature because Gino's a little boy in his own right. But after hearing some of these responses, he a little boy too. Like, I'm not surprised Jasmine ran through both of these boys like a lawnmower.
How did you feel when Jasmine told you she was pregnant?
Pretty scared. I kind of been running from it, so I'm running from getting married or having children.
It took us by surprise. We couldn't believe it was happening. So yeah, he was super scared.
Things kind of just happen sometimes in life.
Yeah, I was scared. Yeah, I was hella scared. But then I looked at the sky. Yeah, and I realized it is what it is. Yeah.
Kind of just happens sometimes in life.
And the whole time, Gino's over here throwing jabs, you know, throwing a couple remarks. He ugly and stupid and broke. Ooh, Paul Walker looking ugly motherfucker. And I kid you not, the whole thing was just mad weird. Like, anytime Sean gave Matt a chance to talk, he would just come up with some white knight-ish, virtue signaling TED Talk bullshit. You gotta care for her, bro. You gotta treat her right. She's a queen, gas queen, gas queen. You gotta understand her emotional value state. Like, what is this dude talking about?
I would care. But the thing is he treated her
I
bad.
think he's ugly.
No.
Matt, what would you like to say to Gino?
If you treat her like you just arguing all the time.
Hey, dickhead! Shut your mouth.
Shut your mouth, senior citizen.
All right.
Hey, you gotta treat her with kindness, bro. Respect. Treat people like people. What a loser. Hey, shut up, you old tard. Jurassic cup. But no, seriously, the whole segment, I just felt like I was just watching two little boys arguing. Like, some of the insults Gino be dishing out is funny as hell. Such a ladies' man, aren't you, man? You must get laid all the time, huh? You must be drowning in booty too, huh? Ugh, probably smelling stinky binky over here.
Such the ladies' man, aren't you?
Mother.
Yeah, yourself, asshole.
Now, Brandon here, who has added as much value to the show as Ignis Rock, finally brought up a good point.
I don't understand why we agreed to this whole thing.
I think he just loved her so damn much, he tried.
To be honest
He was
with
trying.
you, I was thinking, if I agreed to this open marriage or whatnot, that would make Jasmine happy. And if Jasmine's happy, I'm gonna be happy because she's not gonna be attacked.
How you can be happy somebody you are?
Please don't interrupt me. Overall, after all this was done, I regret agreeing to open marriage. I felt like I was trapped in a corner, like I had to make a decision, take action.
Yeah, funny enough, the reason you were in this corner, Gino, was because of the absence of action. Like, this man gave Jasmine no action, and he got the reaction. Yeah, that was kind of corny, I'm sorry. Anyway, so Sean followed this up with, what made you think Jasmine sleeping with another man was gonna make her closer to you and not the other man? Which is a fair point. I would assume a open relationship requires a lot of trust, a strong, stable foundation of a relationship. And these two, metaphorically, were literally on the thinnest shit ice, barely holding up their weight. And they were like, well, let's invite a couple more people.
But how did you think her having sex repeatedly with someone else would make you two closer? closer and not her closer to the person she's having sex with?
Because it's an open marriage. And for instance, Reba, one of the therapists, successfully executes it.
Your therapist, they've been watching backstage this whole time.
Every single time it seems like, right? These guys are like spawning people in the back or something. Reba? He said Reba. Come on, let's get the fourth Hokage flying Rajan teleportation jutsu going, chop chop. Anyway, so the therapists come out, they sit down right off the bat, they're in PR mode. Well, we didn't do it. We take no accountability on this side.
Hi. How are you? Oh, Reba, you kind of like turned your head like, ooh, I don't know.
Well, obviously, we're surprised at Jasmine's newest revelation, right? But I don't think any of us were surprised about how the end result. They rushed into a situation, and I think it's really easy to point fingers.
What again is that?
When I tell you, this man didn't even let them breathe. Like, I don't know what it was. Part of the reason might be because he doesn't believe in therapy. This blonde lady also might have ticked him off a couple times. Whatever the case is, this man was holding these people at a chokehold. Hey, yo. Look at the product. Look at Jasmine. Yo fault.
Was that explained to them before they started?
I was just going to ask. No one really
never
told
explained
me.
before this.
How do you know?
I know, so I never told to Gino, never told to us. He's going to tell
Like,
everything.
I don't remember anyone saying to me, Gino, this is not a good idea. You shouldn't do this open marriage.
So it's not my job to tell you what you should and shouldn't do.
Look the product.
Have some respect for
Alright.
that.
Go sleep, please.
It's a wrap. All right. Took a nap. You have to go night-night. You have to go night-night.
I'm telling you, this man is crazy. He's crashing out right now. Now, look, I'm gonna have to call bullshit on both fronts, starting off with Gino here.
I don't remember anyone saying to me, Gino, this is not a good idea.
Forget about the therapist on TLC's payroll for a minute. Literally everybody else and their mama on set
told you this was a bad idea.
Moving on to Reba, miss. I'm already in an ethical non-monogamy. You above everybody else. Should have known it takes a very mature and healthy relationship to be in that kind of relationship. And it don't take no rocket science. It's how Helen Keller could have seen these two are on thin ice.
So why was ethical non-monogamy even an option?
Just the mere fact that you doubled down that option with Jasmine in private, that's already a admission of guilt.
Go sleep, please.
Can someone stop him?
One second. I'll go sleep, my lord. Go sleep.
They're trying to explain it, so let them explain so you
Yes,
understand.
I'm hearing
The thing
her.
is, anger is a protective emotion, and we see a lot of anger.
Well, what
coming
anger,
off
Mariba?
Florian.
What anger? What anger, Mariba? Look at what you did.
Right here.
What anger?
Right here.
I'm speaking the truth.
I'm not gonna tolerate
I'm speaking
this.
the truth.
I'm not
speaking
gonna
the truth.
tolerate this, Thibault.
Wasting my time here.
I mean, this is what happens when we see people getting triggered. Yeah.
Exactly.
And I read a lot of comments of people saying they thought Florian was rude here, and I agree. I mean, I thought it was pretty rude myself. But I'll also agree that he just calls BS when he sees it. And I can't really blame him for thinking these TLC therapists are like all BS. Like half the time, all I hear from these therapists are like Captain Obvious type stuff. See, this is what you see when people get triggered. You see how y'all two didn't work out? It was because it wasn't working out.
My energy just distracts him because he likes everything in order.
I think that's where you came to the place where you are now.
No shit, Sherlock!
Now Sean turns to Jasmine and asks her, do you regret everything? The open marriage and all?
Jasmine, do you regret committing to this idea of having an open marriage?
I regret everything. I think that I should have been bravest before. I should have had the courage just to pack my bags and go back.
If you truly love me, you would not pursue a man at the gym 5 months
Never
after
pursue
marriage.
anything. Even to the date, you treat me like garbage. You have always treated me bad.
God, victim.
No,
Shut
I'm
up.
not your victim.
Guys, we have come to the end of 90 Day, the last resort. The couples tell all. Matt, do you have any final words?
The thing is he treated her bad.
Boy, if you don't get...
So yeah, I just thought that was a crazy thing to say. Like, it shouldn't take courage to pack your bags and go see your 2 kids in Panama when things are looking south here.
I give you that.
Now, some of you guys might actually buy into this Jasmine tearjerk thing. Yeah, not me. I'm not gonna undermine her intelligence here. Because keep in mind, this was a shot before she even announced she was pregnant, before everybody even knew she was pregnant. So at this very moment, she knew she was literally filming
An atomic bomb.
because the minute this episode airs, she was gonna get dogged to the ground. So yeah, the smart move is to play the victim a little bit, soften the blow, give them a couple tears.
This is a battle of who looks good, who looks bad.
Now, good old Reba here, despite everything she said, gotta be feeling some kind of guilt, because the minute the episode ended, she bolted back to the bag.
Look at you!
Look at you! That's my bar! He copied my whole fucking flow! That's word for word, bar for bar!
Jasmine, you know what I see? I see that you and Gino are both hurting right
No
now.
shit,
I
Sherlock!
hate him like I still care about him. I was telling him like I came to this country
God, victim,
and I wanted
victim,
to
victim.
live this dream with you.
Yeah. And what's needed right now, what you need, is what this baby needs. And you have to focus on what you need.
What?
What you need is what this baby needs. What you need.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
What you need.
Boy, if you don't get...
It's crazy, man. These therapists, they did nothing for couples therapy. Literally, the only couple that came out unscathed is maybe Julia and Brandon. Everybody else got shitted on.
This is doo-doo, baby.
Yeah, that pretty much wrapped up the tell-all. God bless. Let me know your thoughts down below. Yeah, I'm tired. As always, like, comment, subscribe, show you boys some love, and I'll see you guys in the next one. But hey, what do you want to know? I'm just sipping.